Welcome everyone to the Public Council meeting for the Town of Conception Bay South for January 20th, first meeting of 2026. And we start this meeting as we start all meetings with our land acknowledgement. The Town of Conception Bay South would like to respectfully acknowledge the territory in which we gather as the ancestral homelands of the Beothuk and the island of Newfoundland as the ancestral homelands of the Mi'kmaq and Beothuk. We also respectfully acknowledge Labrador as the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Innu of Nitassinan, the Inuit of Nunatsiavut, and the Inuit of Nunatuavut. We strive for respectful partnerships with all the peoples of the province as we search for collective healing and true reconciliation and honor this beautiful land together. Next up, adoption of the meeting agenda for tonight will be moved by Councillor Hillier, seconded by Councillor Moores. All in favor? Contrary minded? Carried. Next up is the adoption of the meeting minutes from the last meeting, December 16th. They're going to be moved by Councillor Butler, seconded by Councillor Barrett. Any discussion on those minutes? All in favor? Contrary minded? And they are carried. Visitors' presentations and petitions. I believe there are none this evening. And I'll move on to new business, and we'll start the new year. Deputy Mayor Goss, you may present.
Thank you, Mayor Bent. I'm going to be short and sweet this evening. Just going to say Happy New Year to everybody and welcome back. And just make mention that as the Chair of Finance, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the tax bills are out. And if you didn't receive yours, then give the town hall a call, give Finance Department a call, and make sure you get your bill and review it. And there's lots of options for payment plans and whatnot, all on our website and also on the Reverse Your Bill. And our staff are eager and happy to help you out in making some arrangements. That's it for me. Thanks.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I got my bill. Councillor Tilley.
I got mine too. And a lovely raise, the type of raise you don't want to see. I just want to bring up an accolade to one of our town staff and a personal good friend of mine, Kevin Whalen. Kevin is retiring as a captain with the Conception Bay South Fire Department. I believe it's this Friday, John? Yeah. So I'd like to pass on my congratulations to Kevin. Many years ago, we all joined as volunteers, and the department is certainly after growing since we all joined as a young lads many years ago. So I offer my congratulations to Kevin for his service to the town, and I hope he enjoys his future. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Tilley. And of course, Chief, please pass on Council's congratulations and thanks to a long-serving member of the fire department here in CBS. We have lots of them, and dedicated and very proud and thankful to Kevin for the work he's done. Councillor Hillier.
Yes, Your Worship. I just want to pass along congratulations to Dr. Angela Carter, professor at Memorial University, and I'll read from a post that reference was her. Congratulations to Dr. Angela Carter for being named one of Canada's top sustainability innovators on the Clean 50 list and the Elite Clean 16 for education and thought leadership. Her research is tackling how to transition away from fossil fuels in a way that supports workers, communities, and the environment. Her vision is to create a low-carbon, jobs-rich future for Newfoundland and Labrador and beyond. And those who watched Dr. Carter grew up knew her as Angie Carter from Topsail. Oh, nice. And I'm thinking she probably just grew up around the corner from you, Your Worship. Right, so we congratulate her and wish her all the luck in her future endeavors.
Yes, it was very nice to see that. It's well-deserved. Councillor Butler.
Thank you, Your Worship. I'd like to just wish everybody a Happy New Year, council, staff, and all the residents. Look forward to what 2026 will bring for all of us. It may be an exciting year. There's always something different, something new. You never know, one day to the next sometimes. Also, Winterfest is coming up, so I'll leave the details to other councillors. I believe they'll be letting us know about a few things. But I'll be sure to be out and about and look forward to seeing you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Butler. Councillor Hardy.
Thank you, Your Worship. I just want to take the time and congratulate the Sammy's Climb Higher Foundation. On Sunday past, they had the Sammy's Superhero Game, and this year they dedicated the game of memory to J.D. Traynor. So his superhero was Flash. So it was another great event put off by everyone. So the Senior Blues are hoping now that they'll be able to beat last year's record of over $15,000 that gets donated right back to the Sammy's Climb Higher Foundation. So currently they're at $40,000. That's after being donated from the Senior Blues. So another great event. Lots of kids running around, kids in their superhero costumes. So this foundation is certainly doing a lot of great things for the residents in Conception Bay South. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Hardy. Councillor Moores.
Thank you, Mayor Bent. First of all, I'd like to send out a happy 50th wedding anniversary to Ron and Joyce Walsh, who celebrated their anniversary on December 29th. Yep, that's a big congratulations there. And second of all, I'd just like to mention some Winterfest activities. So Winterfest is February 6th to the 14th. And we have some new events that we have added this year, including winter wine tasting, winter by the market, baby and children programming with Conception Bay Family Resource, theater CBS performances for youth, a cornhole tournament at the Bullpen Sports Complex, elementary school Olympic contest, sunshine singer session for seniors, adult craft, pickleball, softball. There's lots going on, and of course, our regular events that we have, the Spirit NL Dinner Show, Family Fun Day, fitness classes, craft beer night, trivia at Winging It. There's something for everyone, so I would recommend that everyone pay attention to our social media. Some tickets are on sale now, not all of them, but keep an eye out so that you can see when tickets do go on sale. And I will say, and I'm sure Councillor Butler will appreciate this, the ticket sales for the Valentine Senior Social will be on February 3rd at 10 a.m. So any other updates you want to look for, make sure you check out our website and our social media. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Moores. Councillor Barrett.
Good evening. Happy New Year to folks. Just want to wish everybody a good start of the year and looking forward to the Winterfest activities. That's all for me right now. Thanks, Your Worship.
Thank you, Councillor Barrett. Councillor Clooney.
I also like to wish all residents a Happy New Year, everybody, all staff, and hope to see everybody out to the Winterfest. You say it's going to be an exciting time. We have a lot of, as Shelley mentioned, a lot of new events, and they're right from ages 8 to senior. So hopefully we'll see everybody out there. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Clooney. Just a couple of things. Just want to mention that we don't have any snow for Winterfest yet. We may have to bring it in from somewhere. I don't know. No outdoor snow activities, maybe. Stick with the wine testing and the beer fest and so forth like that, sports stuff inside. But with this great weather, of course, and a lot of it rain has brought out a lot of potholes. And anywhere there's a crack on the road is coming apart. And I think most people throughout town are navigating around some road or rather that does have a pothole. And I just want to remind everybody that we have a report a pothole on our website. It's an easy way to do it through. And of course, one of the roads that is in bad shape most of the time anyway is certainly Route 60 through Topsail, Chamberlains, and in the west end of town. And of course, they're provincial roads, and even up on the Foxtrot access. And when they come apart, people say, well, where do I send it? And so, of course, send it to your provincial rep. But also, you can boot in our report a pothole. We'll send it on to them as well. So if there is a pothole on one of the provincial roads, put it in there as well, and we'll forward it on to them for their attention. So just want to let people know that. And the other thing, too, is with this weather, and especially with the rain and so forth, it makes it, I suppose it's like the beginning of the worst novel ever. It was a dark and stormy night. But it is dark out driving, and sometimes with the roads wet and covered, it's hard to see. And that means it's hard to see pedestrians that are not wearing something reflective or something colorful. And it can be dangerous in areas of town. Not every street has a sidewalk, of course. And of course, not everybody that walks uses the sidewalks that are there. But please encourage people to wear something that's reflective, something that makes them stand out, and if they're walking a pet, don't walk a black dog in the middle of the road. Put something reflective on the dog as well, so you're not just taking a leash home at night. It's just something that's, I've noticed a lot lately, that with the way the weather is, that's causing these kinds of issues for pedestrians and for drivers as well. It makes it hard for them to see. Now, being the first meeting of the year, I don't know if there's anything from other committees, but I'm going to ask. Anything from other committees? Okay, they'll probably be meeting over the next few weeks, so we'll hear something from them then. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Deputy Mayor, for Finance and Administration.
Thank you, Mayor Bent. A few things on the agenda there this evening. So the first item is 6A, is appointment of Appeal Assessment Commissioner for 2026. Be it so resolved that the Town of Conception Bay South appoint Mr. Mitchell Moran as Appeal Assessment Commissioner for 2026. So moved.
Seconder? Councillor Hilliard, discussion?
This is, we do this every year. We appoint a commissioner to carry out our appeals. Anyone who's appealing their taxes would have had their assessment back in June and had the opportunity to put in for an appeal, and they'll get an appointment now to come in, and Mr. Moran is going to be our commissioner this year.
Any other discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That is carried.
Okay. 6B, Policy Records Retention Policy Amendment. Be it so resolved that the records retention policy be adopted as presented. So moved.
Do we have a seconder for that? Councillor Barrett, discussion?
This is just an amendment to the policy of how the town retains records and disposes of records. We had, this is under, follows under the Towns and Local Service Districts Act, the new act that came in January 1st, 2025. We've been reviewing, staff has been reviewing policies and making updates to make sure that everything is compliant under the town's, the new act. So this is just another policy amendment.
Any other discussion on this one? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That's carried.
Okay. Okay, 6C. Be it so resolved that approval, policy, rescind policy 85, seniors incentive policy. Be it so resolved that approval policy 85, seniors incentive policy and resolution number 23-064 be rescinded. So moved.
Is there a seconder for that? Councillor Clooney, discussion?
So this is also with regards to, this falls under the new act. And under the new act, we have changed our seniors incentive policy. We are no longer permitted to give a blanket policy. It has, any discounts have to be related to financial hardship. And the next two policies coming forward are where council didn't want to do this. We all know how hard this was a decision. This was I think this was 5% up to the value of $100 for anyone who was 65 years or older. And council didn't want to do this, but this is a part of the new Towns and Local Service District Act. And so we reviewed this and we decided to look at the next two policies, as I'll discuss as we go forward, and try and help those who greatly need it with their taxes.
Any other discussion on this matter? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
Okay, next item is 60, policy, seniors citizens tax reduction policy. Be it so resolved that the senior citizens tax reduction policy be adopted as presented. So moved.
We have a seconder on this? Councillor Moores, discussion?
So this is an amendment. This policy is to assist senior citizens who are on a fixed or low income by providing a property tax reduction. So we actually increased, this is one we've had, but we actually increased this to 25% for any senior citizens who are in receipt of the GIS supplement. And they just have to bring in their letter or send in their letter confirming that they are in receipt of the GIS and they are eligible for 25% savings. So we increased this where we had to change the blanket senior citizen discount. So this is what council did to help those who we feel are in great need.
Any other discussion on this one? Are we okay? Okay. Yeah, so just to this one, it's my understanding, and the dive was a little hard to understand on the Government of Canada website, but this would apply to somebody around the income of for this year of 29,000 as an individual, I think 52 to 53,000 as a household. That would apply to them for 25%. Now, thankfully, I would say that 25% is not an insignificant discount. It's a decent discount to get on your taxes, especially if you fall in that household of below 52, 53,000. The only other thing that gives me any comfort at all is that this number changes each year, and it's going up. So if you don't qualify this year, keep an eye for next year or the year after if you're close, right? So, and I know that the thing that we thought about and a few years ago, and I know this came up, is that what about those people that missed the GIS by $20 on their income, you know? And so that's where the other one sort of came from, that we wanted to have a catch-all. Unfortunately, we're not able to do that any longer, but I think increasing to 25% is helpful, and I would love to see that everybody that qualifies for GIS come in and apply for that discount and get the benefit of it. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Anybody else have any comments on that one? All right, we'll call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
Next item is 6E, policy, low-income property reduction policy. Be it so resolved that the low-income property tax reduction policy be adopted as presented. So moved.
We have a seconder for this one. Councillor Hillier, discussion?
So this policy also was amended by council with this last budget. We increased this deduction, this discount to 25% for those who qualify for low income as per the Statistics Canada income-based thresholds. So it pertains to a household income, and if there's a household that has qualifies as per those parameters, they can talk to our staff and make arrangements to provide the documentation, and they'll be eligible for 25% discount on their taxes.
Any other comments on that? Again, I would encourage anybody that thinks they may qualify to apply and see if they do, and get the benefit of that 25% discount on their taxes. Without any other comment, all in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
Next item is 6F, policy rescind number 95, mandatory vaccination policy. Be it so resolved that policy number 95, mandatory vaccination policy, and resolution number 21-415 be rescinded. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Tilley, discussion?
This was a policy brought in during the pandemic for vaccinations and, during COVID-19, make sure to protect staff and public, and anyway, this is being rescinded this evening.
Any other comments on this? It's good to have in the rear view mirror, but
Isn't it?
I wouldn't let the policy go too far away just in case, but keep it on file anyway, but not in force, of course. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
Next, item 6G is Fleet Replacement Reserve Policy. Be it so resolved that the Fleet Replacement Reserve Policy be adopted as presented. So moved.
Do we have a seconder for that? Councillor Butler. Discussion.
So this is, the purpose of this policy is to establish guidelines for the creation, maintenance, and use of a dedicated capital reserve fund for municipal fleet replacement. This fund ensures the municipality can sustainably replace vehicles and heavy equipment required to deliver municipal services in a cost-effective and predictable manner. So this is something that is permittable under the new act. And this is just we're bring this policy forward now so that this will help us with asset management going forward.
Any other comments? All in favor? Aye. Contrary minded? Carried.
Okay. Next, item 6H, Canada Housing Infrastructure Fund approval letters. A, project number 17-CHIF-26-00019, Water and Sewer, Phase 50. Be it so resolved that we, the ultimate recipient, the town of Conception Bay South, accept cost-shared funding as outlined in the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure Project Approval Letter dated December 15th, 2025, for project number 17-CHIF-26-00019, Water and Sewer, Phase 50, with a total project value of $5,817,000. The town agrees to provide the ultimate recipient share value of $1,360,474 and enter into a funding agreement with the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure. So moved.
Do we have a seconder?
Everyone wants to second that.
Councillor Moores. Discussion.
This is self-explanatory, pretty much. Applications have been made. Our staff are always doing applications, trying to access funding. And under the Canada Housing Infrastructure Fund, we've been successful in securing funding for Phase 50 Water and Sewer to the tune of a little over $5 million. So that's good news.
Any other comments? Councillor Barrett.
Well, I know we're all excited about this, but I just want to reiterate that I think this is really great news. This is going to get number 1 and 2 off of our priority list, hopefully, knock on wood. Was it Craig's Lane and a good stretcher, the final stretch, I guess, of Route 60 in Seal Cove, which will open up a lot more opportunities beyond that road for development in that area. So great day for us here and for residents of Conception Bay South as we get through those next few areas, for sure.
Any other comments?
Yes, Your Worship.
Yes.
Yeah, just to reiterate Councillor Barrett, I mean, it's great news to see this money being passed over to the town for the continuation of our water and sewer project. And of course, as everyone is aware, we do have a priority list and we will continue to follow that list. $5 million seems like a lot of money, but we can't actually say how much of that list we will be able to actually tackle. So we'll just have to see where the money takes us. I look at when I first started council, $5 million in 2005. You got a lot of bang for your buck. It's nothing like it is today. So we're certainly in a real world, we'd like to see every household with water and sewer services. But unfortunately, that's something that we can't guarantee. So it's a good start. Thank you.
Anyone else? I'll just finish up by saying, I'd like to, I always try to put this in some perspective, but the $5 million that we've just gotten from the federal government, and I want to thank MP Paul Connors for giving this a push, and the federal minister, of course, for doing this, because the significance of this money, it's hard to equate because you never know how your tenders are going to come in on value. It's always a bit of a wild card when you go out there. However, if we were going to do that section of Seal Cove, which is next after Craig's Lane, on Craig's Lane, you're first, but after that, the estimated cost of that project in the last year or so is somewhere around this $5 million or so, maybe a little bit more. And if we were to rely solely on multi-year capital works money, which should begin again this year to start next year, we are looking at a 7-year leap in water and sewer work that we can get done in this project without touching a cent of the multi-year capital works money that we get to help us with water and sewer, road work, and so forth. So it allows council flexibility, of course, in deciding what we're going to do with the multi-year capital works money, because this work in Seal Cove will already be underway with the CHIF money. Then we can decide on, are we going to go further with water and sewer and make more gains down the road? So to me, the significance of this money is a absolute boost for people that are 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th on that list and so forth. Because after we get past Seal Cove, the projects are smaller and you can get a number of them done with multi-year capital works money if that's what council decides. That's what I'll be supporting, of course, always to try to get to the end game on that multi-year, on that water and sewer projects. But this is a real, takes it right off of our list for other funding, and it's a fantastic funding, all one shot. And I know we apply for a lot of stuff under these programs over the year, and you never know if you're going to get anything or not. And when this one came, it was a real shot in the arm, and I believe a real benefit to people on that priority list. So hopefully we'll be able to get down the road a little bit sooner for some of them, for sure. Anything else on that one? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
6B, project number 17-CHIF-26-00024, Gateway Sewer Upgrades. Be it so resolved that we, the ultimate recipient, the town of Conception Bay South, accept cost-shared funding as outlined in the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure project approval letter dated December 22nd, 2025, for project number 17-CHIF-26-00024, Gateway Sewer Upgrades, with a total project value of $2,500,745. The town agrees to provide the ultimate recipient share value of $680,329 and enter into a funding agreement with the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Butler, discussion.
This is another pocket of funding that we have been lucky enough to receive or be approved for, and this is going to be used to upgrade sewer that will help us with future growth and development in that area.
Any other comments? Again, I'll say that, again, I'll thank the MP and the federal minister for supporting projects in the town of Conception Bay South, and I'm sure there'll be announcements, official announcements coming on this, but $2.5 million work for $680,000 is easy to accept, and of course, it helps with the upgrades. It allows the property up there to become more developable into the phase 2, and increases our capacity in that area. So again, it's great to have the support of the federal government in these projects, because they're big projects and they're hard for municipalities to accomplish on their own. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried. Thank you.
Last item for me is MYCW 2020 to 2023 funding reallocation. Be it so resolved that resolution number 25-182 be rescinded, and further, be it so resolved that we, the ultimate recipient, the town of Conception Bay South, request approval from the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure to reallocate $237,780.77 of remaining provincial funds from the completed project street upgrading 17-MYCW MYCW-22-00023 to the ongoing project, 2025 Streets, 17-MYCW-24-00025. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Counselor Clooney, discussion?
There are some funds left over, as the resolution states, from the previous roads project, and we have our street upgrading project, and we had to get approval from Transportation Infrastructure to reallocate it to the 2025 project. So when projects come in under budget or under the allocation, we ask to be able to allocate it elsewhere because other projects come in and go over a little bit. So that's what this resolution is required to reallocate that funds. We have approval to do it, now we need a resolution to do so.
It's always nice to come in under budget, isn't it?
It is.
Any other comments on this? All in favor? Aye. Contrary minded? Carried.
And that's it for me this evening, Mayor Ben. Thank you.
Full agenda, Deputy Mayor, thank you. Engineering and Public Works, that would be Councillor Hardy this evening.
Test? We'll start over. Thank you, Your Worship. I only have one motion to bring forward this evening. Approval Weather Service and Forecast Station. Be it so resolved that approval is given to install a second weather station and forecasting services at the Fowlers Road location at a cost of approximately $40,000 for 2026. Annual service fees for both service stations will be included in the operating budgets. Funds are available in the operating accounts. So moved.
Do we have a seconder for that? Councillor Tilley, discussion?
Yes, Your Worship. So this will be in addition to the existing station at the Legion Road, which has been in place for a few years now and is crucial to our winter operations. The Fowlers Road location is near a higher elevation area, similar to where Legion Road, the higher elevations. So the town certainly relies on this critical information to assist us in improving our services when it comes to the weather.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
Thank you, Your Worship.
Thank you, Councillor Hardy. Next up is Planning and Development, and I believe that's Councillor Hillier. Am I correct? Nope, I am wrong.
Councillor Tilley today.
Councillor Tilley's got the torch.
Thank you, Your Worship. Several development applications to bring forward tonight. 8A is 51 McCourt Close for an extension for a building line setback. Be it so resolved that in accordance with sections 3.12 subsection 1 and 10.11.3 of the town's development regulations, that application number 5985 to develop an extension to a single dwelling at 51 McCourt Close with a variance to reduce the building line setback to 9 meters be approved. So moved.
Seconder? Deputy Mayor Goss? Any discussion?
No discussion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried. Sorry, folks, I almost choked up there on that
I
one.
was waiting for the discussion word to come
It
out.
was stuck in my throat.
Item 8B. 1825 Conception Bay Highway, an extension to a building. Be it so resolved that in accordance with sections 3.16 and 5.19 subsection 4 of the town's development regulations, application number 6094 to develop an extension to an existing building at 1825 Conception Bay Highway be approved. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Hardy, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That is carried.
Item C, 19 Driftwood Place, subdivide portion of land. Be it so resolved that in accordance with sections 10.10.3, section 3.12 subsection 1, and 5.14 subsection 1 of the town's development regulations, application number 6120, proposing to subdivide a portion of land from 19 Driftwood Place and requesting a variance to reduce the lot area to 659 square meters, be refused, as the lot area will be reduced to less than required in the R1 land use zone, and compliance with the minimum lot area in the R1 land use zone does not prejudice the proper development of the lot. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Councillor Hillier, discussion?
Yes, Your Worship, I have an amendment I'd like to bring forward related to this file. Be it so resolved that application number 6120, proposing to subdivide a portion of land from 19 Driftwood Place and requesting a variance to reduce the lot area to 659 square meters, be approved. So moved.
Do we have a seconder to the amendment? Councillor Moores, any discussion on the amended motion?
Yes, Your Worship, this is a developed lot. Residents have been living there, I believe, for about 20 years. There's a minor land issue between this property and the adjacent property on the back. This is an opportunity for us to settle that minor issue and send two neighbors on their way.
Any other discussion on this? Okay. Voting on the amended motion, all in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
D, 2707 Topsail Road, extension to a business. Be it so resolved that in accordance with section 10.7 and 10.17 of the town's development regulations, application number 6254, proposing a 146 square meter extension to the existing automotive repair shop to accommodate for 3 additional garage bays and expansion of the associated parking lot at 2703 and 2707 Topsail Road, be approved. So moved.
Do we have a seconder for that? Councillor Morris, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
Item 8E, 59 Foxtrot Texas Road, accessory building. Be it so resolved that in accordance with section 5.3 subsection 2 of the town's development regulations, application number 6191 for an accessory building with a lot coverage of approximately 84.7 square meters at 59 Foxtrot Texas Road be approved. So moved.
Do we have a seconder for that? Deputy Mayor Goss, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That is carried.
Excuse me, Mayor Bent, the next item, I'm declaring a conflict on that, as I have a personal relationship with the property owners.
Uh, 8F, 65 Oakland Drive, accessory building. Be it so resolved that in accordance with section 5.3.1 subsection 1 of the town's development regulations, the request for an accessory building shed to remain in its current location at 65 Oakland Drive be refused. So moved.
Do we have a seconder for that motion? Councillor Hardy, seconded. Any discussion?
Yes, Your Worship, I would also like to bring an amendment forward for this property. Be it so resolved that a council approve a request for an accessory building garage to remain in its current location at 65 Oakland Drive that would reduce the side yard setback from 1.5 to 1.06 and 1.818 meters. So moved.
Do we have a seconder to the amended motion? Councillor Tilley, discussion on the amended motion.
I would also like to add the accessory building at the back of the property. There's no further development that would be able to go there from when you look at all the surveys as it goes right on backs onto the trail, the Kiwanis Trail. So that'd be something else for
And that's
consideration.
where the 1.0 is, not adjoining a neighbor.
Yes, on the back end.
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay. All in favor of the amended motion?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
Your Worship, I'm going to declare a conflict on 9 Bears Lane, as I have relatives living in that area.
Item 8G, number 9 Baird's Lane, accessory building. Be it so resolved that in accordance with sections 5.2.3, subsection C of the town's development regulations, application number 6351 for an accessory building, which is a garage, to remain in its current location at 9 Baird's Lane, be refused in consideration that the accessory building does not meet the minimum 1.5 meter setback from the adjacent property boundary. So moved.
Do we have a seconder for that? Councillor Butler, discussion?
Yes, Your Worship, as with the previous 19 Driftwood and 65 Oaken, we'd like to propose amendment to 9 Baird's Lane. Be it so resolved that council approve the application number 6351 for an accessory building to remain in its current location at 9 Baird's Lane that would reduce the side yard setback from 1.5 meters to 1.1 meters. So moved.
Is there a seconder for the amended motion? Yeah. Councillor, Deputy Mayor Goss, a discussion? Am I again to believe that this has no bearing on
That is correct.
Okay. Well, anybody else? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
And just one planning matter for 1621, 1633 Conception Bay Highway rezoning. Be it so resolved that under the authority of Section 16 of the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000, the Town of Conception Bay South adopts the Conception Bay South Municipal Plan Amendment Number 40, 2026, and Development Regulations Amendment Number 63, 2025. And further, be it so resolved that under authority of Section 19 of the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000, Stephen B. Yepchek be appointed as Commissioner to hold a public hearing and complete a report respecting Municipal Plan Amendment Number 40, 2026, and Development Regulations Amendment Number 563, 2026. And further, be it so resolved that a public hearing regarding Conception Bay South Municipal Plan Amendment Number 40, 2026, and Development Regulations Amendment Number 63, 2026, be held at 7 p.m. on March 26, 2006 at the CBS Town Hall, and that should the town receive no written submissions up to 2 days before the scheduled date, the public hearing will be cancelled. So moved.
Is there a seconder? Councillor Hillier, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
And that's it from the planning world.
Thank you, Councillor Tilley. If I go down, the next thing I see is procurement. Who's procurement this evening? Councillor Clooney, take it away.
(11A) Manuals River Community Center Concept Plan Design. Be it resolved that approval be given to award the Manuals River Community Center Concept Plan Design to Forget Meachinton Architecture for $24,390 plus HST. Funds are available in the Manuals River operating account.
Do we have a
So
seconder for
moved.
that? Yeah, Councillor Moores, discussion? And this, I assume, is to look into the upgrading of the Manuals River going forward for the next, I guess, year or two, and we'll see what the concept plans will show us, which is a good next step in that process, for sure. Any other comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried.
(11B) Manuals River Community Center Furniture. Be it resolved that approval be given to purchase furniture from Manuals River Community Center from Island Wide Furniture as part of the canoe procurement process for the amount of $31,145.17 plus HST. Funds are available to the Manuals in the Manuals River Community Center operating account. So moved.
Do we have a seconder? Counselor Butler, discussion? Good to know there'll be somewhere to sit down when we get to Daniels River. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? That is carried. Thank you, Counselor Clooney. Next, I don't see any orders on the list this evening, and the next item up is adjournment. So I'll ask for a motion for adjournment. Moved by Counselor Tilley, seconded by Counselor Barrett. And I have one under adjournment. I was remiss earlier this evening by not mentioning congratulations to the Premier's Athletic Award recipients from Conception Bay South. And I'm going to do it now in the adjournment. That's the only way I can get it into the meeting. So congratulations to Danny Earls in athletics, Haley Ryan in ball hockey, Quinn Norman in ice hockey, Jonathan Flynn in skating, Amelia Smith and James Travers in swimming, Hannah Reynolds in taekwondo, and in ultimate frisbee, Julian Costigan. So congratulations to those Conception Bay South recipients of the Premier's Athletic Awards this past week. Without anything else, we'll be back again on February 3rd. All in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried. Thank you and good evening.